Can I finish, Simone? Will you just shut up for a minute and let me finish?
Pardon me, sir. You don't get to tell me to shut up on national television.
We don't tell people to shut up on this show.
Welcome to today's cable news craziness, where we take a look at some of the craziness that takes place on cable news. Today, Chris Cuomo, CNN. He is very upset about the QAnon lady, or as we know her, U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Green, a Republican from Georgia, who apparently is not only the most important member of the House of Representatives that has ever existed, she's someone that also needs to be destroyed, and she's the head of the Republican Party. Who knew? Who knew? But anyway, he gets into this whole thing about this QAnon lady, and then he starts wondering whether or not Republicans would defend her if she was black. Roll it.
But let's be honest. You've not seen many Republicans talking much about the 6th, have you? Think for a moment. You see any teary addresses? People standing up and swearing their lifeblood to go against those who tried to destroy the rest of them? No. Certainly not like they did when there was violence and protests about race. I wonder why. I wonder if the QAnon lady would get such support if she were a black person.
Now, Chris Cuomo thinks everyone is just like him, fixated on race and willing to look the other way when the racial makeup lines up correctly. That's not the case. It just is not the case here. Republicans basically said, we're going to allow her to apologize, make her statement on the floor and in public, and say that, look, the things I said were wrong, and I'm going to try to do better. That's all you can do. There was an election. Georgia sent this woman to the United States Congress, and she is going to serve. You want to remove her from her committees? That's fine. You can do that. But just keep in mind, the way this usually works and has worked forever, and notice we're not talking about how the norms are being violated in the Biden era. You'll notice that's just a boring conversation now. The way this used to usually work is you would allow the parties to put people on the committee. You would allow the parties to take people off the committee. Yes, you could use the Congress in order to remove people from committees if you want to, but what about precedent? If Republicans take over in 2022, do they get to remove Ilhan Omar and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or Nancy Pelosi or Katie Porter or anyone they want to from committees because they're causing too much trouble for them? Well, I mean, what's the point? You can just do it. You have the power to do it. Why wouldn't they? Especially if it's retribution for this kind of stuff. So you don't allow the parties to pick their own leaders. You don't allow the parties to pick their own committees because you've decided in the media that this woman must be destroyed. I mean, damn Democrats got it good. They got the media on their side, and they can do whatever they want, and they can get away with it. It's not a big deal to them, but eventually it will become a big deal to them. One day, maybe 22, maybe 24, maybe 26, Republicans will be in a position to do the same thing, and they probably will. They will find a member on the Democratic side who has done something unsavory, maybe anti-Semitic like Rashida Tlaib, or anti-Semitic like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or anti-Semitic like Ilhan Omar, or just generally awful like Nancy Pelosi. Let's just say she's a terrible person, and you want to remove her. Well, they can do it. And now they'll have something they can look back to and say, we can do it. Now, I know what the media will do. The media will say, whoa, that's different. It's different when the Republicans do it because that's the shtick here. You can talk about race all you want and make that your hang up, and that's fine. Go ahead and do that if you need to. But that's really not what this is about. This is D's and R's, not black and white. The black and white stuff is just a weapon that the D's and the media are able to use. But here we go. Chris Cuomo showing up a lot here, because he's doing a lot of cable news craziness. And we'll continue covering it. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, and come on back tomorrow.
I'm Lacey Dyer, and we're at Supreme Lending in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm the branch manager, and I have been in the real estate market for 8 years. We're about service, we're about taking care of our clients, and we're here for you as a guest. Our office is all about the customer experience. Whether you're a veteran or a first-time home buyer or this is your 5th home, we look forward to serving you.